Halqifibrax FTK that is legal for the April 1st, 2020 format. So, all you need for this is any way into Crystron Halqifibrax. This does require 14 cards in your extra deck, so you basically have to build an entire deck around it. And also, you can't draw Mecha Phantom Beast Colt Wing in your opening hand, but there's a couple ways to mitigate that. Obviously, if you play 60 cards, you're going to have a less chance of drawing it. You can also play Plague Spreader Zombie, which is a tuner, so you can make Halqifibrax with it, and also you can use it as your normal summon to get into Almirage, put in Grave, and then put your Colt Wing on the top of your deck, and then special it back, make Halqifibrax. And the other way that you can do it is just by playing multiple copies of Colt Wing, but I'm not sure if that's exactly the right thing to do, since it is kind of a break in your hand. Anyways, a couple of one-card ways to get into your Crystron Halqifibrax. Just before we get started, to get your brain rolling with this, is Despot 03, summoning Despot 01 from your deck. Deep Sea Diva, summoning Deep Sea Diva, of course. Sangan, normal summoning it, turning into Salmon Grade Almirage, and then using Sangan's effect to search for Crusadia Arborea, and then special summon it to a zone a Link monster points to, and then make Halqifibrax because it is a tuner. And then you can also use Jet Synchron, and you can normal summon it, turn it into an Almirage, and you can send any card from your hand to the graveyard and special it back and make Halqifibrax. You can also use Uni-Zombie, sending Plague Spreader from your deck, and that's another way to put the Colt Wing on the top of your deck because you're using Plague Spreader's effect to summon it to the field. And then you can also use my personal favorites, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the most meta impactful. You can use Rescue Rabbit, summoning 2 normal monster tuners, being Hollow from your deck, and then you can use that into the Halqifibrax. You can also use Tour Guide, summoning the Hollow, which is really cool. And you can also use 2 copies of Hollow in your hand because you can normal summon 1 Hollow, link it off into a Link Spider, and special summon the other Hollow from your hand, and then one's a tuner, so you can link into Crystron Halqifibrax. So that's going to do it for the little like 1-card, 1.5 card combos that you can make. In this specific hand, I'm playing Cock-a-Doodle-Doo because it is a tuner extender that you can just summon for free, and Emergency Teleport because it's a tuner extender as well, and you can also play Hand Traps, which is your Ghost Ogre. So we'll get into that. So we'll start off by special summoning the Cock-a-Doodle-Doo from the hand, and then you can go ahead and activate the Emergency Teleport, which can bring you Ghost Ogre, and both of these are tuners. And the really cool thing about Halqifibrax is you can use 2 tuners for it. It just needs one of them to be a tuner. The other one, it doesn't matter if it is a tuner or not, and so you can use 2 tuners for it, which is really nice. Anyways, so the combo starts here by activating Halqifibrax's effect, and you're going to summon Despot 01 from the deck. Obviously, if you use the Despot 03 combo, you don't need to summon Despot 01, you can summon any machine tuner. Then you can link off the Halqifibrax and the Despot 01 into a copy of Mecha Phantom Beast Aurorodon, that's the right name. And then if this card's link summoned, you can activate this effect, special summon 3 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and they're all level 3. And you cannot link summon for the rest of the turn, but that does not matter. So we can go ahead and special summon our 3 tokens, and then we're going to use Despot01's effect, which is a not once per turn effect, and if 2 or more machine type monsters are special summoned at the same time while it's in the graveyard, you can special it back. It's a tuner, and this is level 3 and a level 3, so we're going to synchro for 7, being Power Tool Dragon. And then we can use Power Tool Dragon's effect, which can reveal 3 equip spells from our deck, which is going to be Galaxy Zero. You can also reveal Living Fossil right now, but either way, it's not going to matter. And then you're going to go ahead and add one of these from your deck to the hand. See, since it's a random add, you just reveal 3, and then it's the same card, so obviously you're going to add it to your hand. Next, you're going to use Aurorodon's effect, tributing it and the Power Tool Dragon into your Mecha Phantom Beast Colt Wing from the deck. So this is a card that you don't have to, you're supposed to not have in your opening hand in order for this combo to work. But when it is special summon, you can summon 2 more Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, and it gains levels for all of the Mecha Phantom Beast cards on the field. So right now it's level 7, and then it'll go to level 10 because of the 1 token, and level 13 because of the 2nd token. So this will be a level 13 monster, and the level modulation comes up here in a minute. Anyways, so Deskbot01 is going to trigger in the graveyard because 2 machine-type monsters were summoned, and then we can synchro off into another Power Tool Dragon and use it to search for Living Fossil. Obviously, if you search for Living Fossil first, you just search for the Galaxy Zero. It doesn't matter which order, and yeah. Then your Mecha Vanity's Coldwing is now a level 7 because there's 1 token on the field, so it gains the levels, which would make it a level 7. So you can overlay it with your Power Tool Dragon into a copy of Mecha Vanity's Dracosack. You can use Dracosack's effect to detach your Coldwing specifically, and then special summon 2 more tokens back from the graveyard. Or sorry, not from the graveyard, but to the field because of its own effect. And all the Mecha Vanity's tokens are level 3 machine wins. Yeah, so Despot01 is going to be coming down here yet again because 2 machine-type monsters were summoned, being the tokens. Then we can synchro off into another level 7 monster. This time we're going into Shooting Riser Dragon, which is a Armageddon Knight for anything that is level 7 or lower, or level 6 or lower, sorry. And so we're going to send Photon Slasher, and its level is reduced by that amount, so it'll go to a level 2 tuner monster. Then it is a Photon monster, so we can use our Galaxy Zero to go ahead and, that's coming up in a minute. We're going to synchro our Shooting Riser Dragon, level 2 monster, with our token into a level 5 synchro, which is Garden Rose Maiden, which will search for Black Garden from our deck to the hand. We can activate Black Garden and then activate Galaxy Zero, targeting the Photon Slasher in the graveyard, and special summon it back to the field. So now Black Garden will be changed to the opponent's side of the field. We'll summon a token to the opponent's side of the field, and our Photon Slasher's attack is halved. I do put a token just to distinguish them from the Mecha Vanity's tokens, but yeah. Then we have 2 level 5s on the field, so we're going to overlay it into a copy of our Infinitrack River Stormer, which can detach a material, and also Black Garden triggers here. It's a mandatory effect. So we're going to detach material and search for any Earth Machine monster from our deck to the hand, which is going to be Planet Pathfinder. Then we're going to use Garden Rose Maiden's effect to special summon Shooting Riser Dragon back from the graveyard, because you can banish it from the grave and then summon 1 Dragon Synchro monster in the grave, which Shooting Riser Dragon just so happens to be. Black Garden is going to trigger, giving our opponent a token, and then we can fusion summon into a copy of Elder Entity Natis, which you can summon by sending the above cards you control to the graveyard, which is a synchro and a tuner. And once per turn, you can special summon a level 4 monster from your hand. So we're going to go ahead and trigger Black Garden, obviously, to give our opponent a token. And Planet Pathfinder is going to be special summoned to the field. Black Garden is going to trigger for the last time here and summon another token to the opponent's field. Planet Pathfinder is going to go ahead and tribute itself to add Fusion Gate from the deck to the hand. And we're just going to go ahead and activate it now since our opponent's field is full with tokens. And then we're going to activate Living Fossil to special summon Planet Pathfinder back to the graveyard. You can summon any level 4 monster except for Coltwing in this case, so do keep that in mind. Then you can overlay those into your copy of Dugaris, and then use Dugaris' effect to detach 2 materials and special summon back the Coltwing from the graveyard. And then you can use its effect, because you control a Mecha Vanity's card, which is Dracosack, to summon 2 more tokens, and since 2 more tokens were summoned, you can special summon Despot01 from the graveyard. Next, you can go ahead and use Despot01 and the Mecha Vanity's token, and synchro for 4, which will be your old entity Cthugha. So Cthugha's effect doesn't really matter. If you fusion summon using it, you get a draw card, which I don't draw a card in this case because it's not really that relevant. But the main thing is that it is a Pyro monster. So we can use Fusion Gate to fuse our Pyro monster with our Mecha Vanity's Dracosack, which is a machine, so Pyro and Machine, into our copy of Blaze Phoenix. So Blaze Phoenix, you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect, but it doesn't really matter either way, because you can go ahead and once per turn, not a hard once per turn, by the way, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card on the field. So right now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards on the field. So you're going to go ahead and use the effect and inflict 3,000 points of damage to your opponent's life points. And then you're going to go ahead and fusion the token with the Blaze Phoenix due to Fusion Gate's effect, like we did the last time. And we're going to summon yet another copy of Blaze Phoenix. This time, we have 9 cards on the field, being 4 on ours and 5 tokens on the opponent's. And so we're going to hit for a 2,700 points of damage with Blaze Phoenix's effect. And one last time, we're going to fuse the Blaze Phoenix with the copy of Colt's Wing and summon a 3rd copy of Blaze Phoenix from the extra deck, and this can inflict another 300 damage to our opponent for each card on the field. We control 3, they control 5, which is 8, and 8 times 3 is 2,400, dealing the last 2,300 points of damage to our opponent's life points. So that's going to do it for this combo. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was pretty interesting. This last card in the extra deck is Almirage, just by the way. But we did use our entire extra deck to do this combo. So yeah, it's a pretty heavy resource reliant, I guess, on your extra deck, but that's okay. It is an FTK, and that is pretty crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Also, the original person who made this combo, his name's El Slayo, and he will be in the description below. So big shout outs to you for making this combo.